Hello, welcome to Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits Reviews. Not doing any reviews tonight. What I am doing is a new kit. I'm sure I've done one of these kits before on the rocks, but not this kit anyway. So it's on the rocks, mixed berries. So it's obviously their take on, that's better, I can see myself talking now. It's their take on Copperberg and Recorderlig and all that. And it makes 40 pints, good, of approximately 5.9% ABV. So, if you know out there about your ciders, you'll know that most fruit ciders are 4%, which is rubbish. 4%, I mean, it's water, We want something with a bit of body in it, Get that alcohol content up. So, I've already, I'm just going to brew another kettle while I talk. I've already put the sugar in, and I've done about 1.7 kilos of sugar. It only tells you to do 1.3, so it's up to you. You can go higher if you want. You can brew short. It's not always about sticking to the instructions, as it were. I've already put the sugar in. I've already done 2 kettlefuls of hot water. Get that sugar dissolved. Don't like to mess about. I want it dissolved. So when I put the juice in, straight away it's doing its thing. Now with this, you get your yeast, as you can see, and you also get the cider flavour mixed berry, which is that. So not much flavouring considering the fact it's for 24 litres. It's a standard thing. Put the sugar into the tin, put boiling water, dissolve it, and then add this, wash it out. Pretty standard. Let me get the tin opener. So I haven't done a cider in a while, but I splurged the other week, treating myself to some new kits and stuff, and I thought, well, let's do a cider. For homebrew, I'm going to do 2 wine kits, both with an apple, both of them with an apple, made using apple juice rather. I'll get it out in the end. One, I'm going to do strawberry with it, strawberry cordial, warmed up in the pan to get rid of the preservatives. Pour that in. 4 kilos of sugar, or maybe more, doesn't really matter. I can do it as high as I want, and do a kit with that, and then also do another kit, same sugar and apple, but I've got a 3 litre bottle of cordial by the back door that's not been used, apple and blackcurrant or blackberry, and I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to do another wine with that. So 46 litres of wine, for the price of less than 20 quid, So basically, is it 30 bottles, 60 bottles for 20 quid? So not bad. So, pour this in, and if you can see, it's actually, looks green, doesn't it? Oh, God knows what colour it's going to come out when I pour it out, but and it came out quite a dark colour. A bit of a berry smell to it. So this will be a quick one because I've shown, if you've watched any of my videos, I've already sterilised the fermentation bucket. Let me show you. So it's already sterilised. The sugar's in. I've just put that diluty stuff in, and the cider, whatever it is, in, and so just give this a swill. Pour that in there. Now, the instructions on this are pretty good because they actually tell you to put 5 litres of boiling hot water in, and one obviously to get rid of the sugar, is melt the sugar, dissolve the sugar, and then it says fill up with cold water then, which I think is a sensible way of doing it, because and that should bring you to the temperature that you want. And to me, why not do that way? Sometimes it's a you know, you're playing, you know, like a lottery half the time with these tins. Bloody hell, that's hot. Lesson 1. When you're putting hot water in these tins, use some bloody gloves, because that was a hot bugger. Right, so now really it's just a case of filling in with cold water up to about 24 litres. I'm not going to 23 because you lose a litre, you know, with the sediment layer. Hence why I put a bit more sugar in, so I'm still retaining that lovely 5.9% alcohol content, but I'm not losing on the end product. Now, Bulldog, who are one of my favourite homebrew suppliers, they actually do a toffee apple kit, and let me tell you, it's amazing. It's as good as Brothers toffee apple, which is one of my absolute favourites. And this will probably brew. Today's March the 4th. I'm not sure if I'll get this video online today. Got a backlog of videos because of going to Northern Ireland. So we're getting there, we're up to 16 litres now. So I'm doing multiple brews at the moment. I kind of do this the same every year, I go mad. And then I'll have a couple of months of no home brewing at all. So the wife loves me at the moment, you know, I'm really pushing that red card button. I've just bottled up the cherry beer. That looks to me like it's going to be lovely as soon as it clears, and right, up to 22 litres now. So I'm going to give it a stir. I don't think you can see through, but let me show you. So I'm going to give it a stir, and it still feels quite So yeah. So yeah, it still feels quite warm, so I won't put any more cold, hot water in. Because yeast, as you know, and as you should know, yeast doesn't like to be too warm. You know, any higher than a certain percentage and you kill the yeast. But I brewed some in the shed last year. And, well, let me tell you this. I brewed some in the shed. And it brewed a beer kit within 2 days. It was gone, brewed. Never known it like it. Because the shed's so warm. Yeah. Brewed it in 2 days, which is absolutely ridiculously fast. And the beer turned out beautiful as well. Well pleased. So now, it says on here, yep, just sprinkle the yeast on, stir to mix well. Some of these, you know, you don't have to stir. Some you do. It's, I don't know. It'll do what it does, I suppose, but. So perfect for the summer months, you know. Do it now, let it mature, you know. And then in June, July, if I don't neck it beforehand, it'll be a nice, a very nice cider. So, got the old airlock. I don't know if anybody's got one of these Young's fermentation buckets, but I don't find that they bubble as good as the other bucket that I've got. I've got 2 different types. And then I've also got a barrel that I use for when I'm doing 3 brews at a time. So, there we are. You can just see the top of it. Yep. And that's it. That's now gonna. Whoa. That's now gonna sit there. It can do what it likes now. You know, that's me done. The one thing to remember is this stuff here. This is added after you've siphoned it. So you're going to siphon that into a barrel or another bucket, you know, whichever way you do. Then you add this, stir it round, and then you add your secondary fermentation sugar at the same time. Dissolve it with hot water. You know, don't try and add it straight. It never seems to disappear. Put a bit of hot water, a bit of water, you know, a little bit more water content's not going to hurt. And once you've done that, then you're ready for bottling, you know. So, the next time you'll see anything about this is when I come to when I come to that part of the equation, the adding the, you know, the mixed berries flavouring. Right, thanks for watching. See you soon.